hobbies cost money, businesses make you money. I wasted 20 years because I was so scared. I don't want that for you. Welcome, all my anxious for nothing. How has June been for you? It is now the last day of the month. Can you believe that? Well, over the last few episodes, we have been going through financial consistency, and that series, if you've not watched that series, you want to go back and watch that series. That series is amazing. It's a really good series. It's going to get you started up. Make sure that you start building, because for me, it doesn't matter whether you've got the degree, got the husband, got the kids, got the house, bought the car, gone on the holidays. You have not built unless if you know that when you stop working, you can still have the lifestyle that you currently have, even though you stop working. That's when you know that you truly have built. So go through that series and, do your audits, do your checks, do all of those things, do your financial planning, get organized, and make sure that you've built as well. That's so important. So if you're here joining me for the first time, this is the first time we've met, welcome. You are most highly welcomed. This is my podcast, Anxious for Nothing. It is based on faith-based principles and agile principles coming together. Those are the things that I have used as got me from overwhelmed to calm and focused. And it's been like a game changer for my life. So on this podcast, I'm sharing all of that. I've used it in all areas of my life, my finances, my work, my kids, my career, health, all areas of my life. I've applied that same principle, and it has been a game changer for me. So today's episode is a 6-month review, and we need to do this regularly. I do quarterly reviews, but now that we're halfway through the year, we need to take stock and look at our vision, our requirements that we set in January. And I talked about having New Year reflections rather than having New Year resolutions. Well, today we're going to check back in with ourselves and see whether we've been able to be consistent with them, been able to keep on doing them. Does any of them need to stop? Have we met any of them? Do we set new ones? It's a good point to check in with ourselves so that we keep on track with the goals and the visions that we set for ourselves for 2026. So does that sound good to you? If it does, please subscribe. The data is showing me that a lot of people watching this podcast and they are not subscribed. Please do subscribe. It will help a lot of people find this podcast and benefit from it just the same way you are benefiting from it right now. I am on Apple Podcasts. I am on Spotify. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe. So let's get into it. Since January this year, are you where you hope to have been right now? Or has life gotten chaotic and things have slipped? When you think about your appointments and the things that you said you wanted to get around to do, how much of it actually got organized and how much of it actually just got forgotten? I mean, if you're honest with yourself, the gap between where you are right now and where you wanted to be, it's not about effort. It's about, did you have a system to keep you on track? And if any of this sounded uncomfortable to you, don't worry, I've got resources in the description that will help you and guide you. So earlier this year, I gave you the areas that would set our vision for each areas of our life. And the areas were work, spiritual, personal growth, contributions, community, faith, or church, and business, finance, family, home, lifestyle, your health, and then lastly, fun, leisure. Those were the 7 areas that we had visions for each area of our life. And for me, my work goal was to understand a bit more about the systems. So right now I understand all the integrations that are with my finance systems. I'm a product owner. That's what I do in my day job. So I understand all the things that are integrating, that are plugging into our finance system. So that was one of my goals. And another thing that I've added to it so that was my work goal. And then for my personal growth and spiritual, I had reading the Bible every day, which if you've been following me on Instagram or TikTok, I have been posting that on there. So you would have seen that. And then I also had reading 6 books for the whole year. So as they were halfway through the year, I should have read about 3 books, but I have not read 3 books. So here are the 3 books that I should have read, but I've not read all those 3 books. I've only finished reading 2 of the books. I'm going to talk to you about them now. So I started the year off reading this book, Power of the Subconscious Mind. And this book is like an amazing book. It reminds me so much of the Bible. There's verses in it that talks about, as a man thinketh, so he is. You have what you say. So it kind of reminds you to be careful, or to be mindful about what you're saying. And it teaches you to speak what you want into existence. I really recommend this book. This book has been a real game changer for me. It's called Your First Year in Network Marketing. So this book has really helped me with my travel business, understand what network marketing is not, because, there's so many things that people said about it that were just not true. Or maybe you came across somebody that gave you a really bad experience about it. So reading this book helped me understand, okay, this is how the business should be run. And this is what you should and shouldn't do. And I understood that network marketing is not about selling. It's about educating, and it's about coaching, and it's about helping and finding people that this would really, really benefit. So as you're talking to people about your business, you're looking for people that this would actually benefit. And interestingly enough, network marketing is one of the few businesses in the whole world that has made multiple millionaires. So unlike, you're not going to become a millionaire from your day job, because they cap your salary. And with network marketing, it's a business. With a business, there's no limit to what you can earn. You earn based on how much you want to put into the business. And also the cost of entry for me, which is a big thing for me, was low compared to all the other courses that I have joined and done. I spent thousands on Instagram courses, thousands on Amazon courses, and also buying that product to sell on Amazon. And plus there's operational costs as well for running and having an Amazon store. Whereas with the business that I joined, the travel business, all the training was included, and the operational fees are really, really low as well. So I just needed to understand how to talk to people about it and how to find people that the business would truly help. Your first year network marketing really helped me with that. So they're the two books that I've read this year. So I am behind, I would say, on my goal with this one, but I just need to speedily get through this book, Start With Yourself by Emma Green. So that's my books. And then under personal spiritual growth, the other area was AI. So I wanted to learn how to use AI, namely create agents for my business and for my personal life and for work as well. I have posted my AI agents that have been created. My agent Clarity, I've created her. I've created it, shall I say? And that has been so much fun. I'm just totally blown away from it. So my goal with this one going forward is to create a life operating system for myself, because my Trello is like, I am using that Trello. So if you've been listening to me before or watching my other videos, Trello is the tool that I use to manage all areas of my life in one, because I've found that I was just forgetting stuff. I was missing appointments for the kids. I was missing payments for stuff. So having everything, all areas of my life in one place, just helps me tracks everything and helps me stay organized. So I say your life is a project, has a beginning and it has a definite end. So we need to manage it well. And these tools just help me manage my business, my home life, work life, church, family, kids, myself, friends, everything all in one place. So that is spiritual and personal growth. Moving on to contributions. So for me, it's going to be like contributing with the church, with community. I have been asked to do a sermon for the children's anniversary. So that's coming up. And I've also been contributing on joining on to Bible study sessions at church as well. So that's some of the things that I have been doing for there in that area. And also we had our church events over Easter. I was all over that. And then we've got more events towards the end of the year for Christmas. I will be involved in that as well. Then business and finance. So if you've been following my journey on the financial consistency series that I did in June, you will find out that I hit my target of having invested over my pensions, over my ISAs, and over my personal savings, £100,000. I hit it 2 years early, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it, because as I was preparing for that podcast, I went through, I was like, oh, you know what, let me find out how much I've actually saved so I can have the figures ready for you guys for my podcast. And as I was going through, I was like, my gosh, I hit my target 2 years early. I couldn't believe it. So I was just so chuffed with that. So that's my personal finances. And that is about being consistent, getting consistent to the point that it becomes boring. Yeah, that's when you know you've hit gold. So I will be actually pivoting going forward now. I think this is a good time to interject and talk to you about this. I've had a lot of people ask me about investing and how to get started in investing. And that's an area that I have done for myself. Like I said, in one of them, I saved 20K in 3 years because I opened up a LISA before I turned. If you are between 18 and 39 and you live in the UK and you've already bought your house, or you haven't bought your house, you're not sure what you want to do with your house, go and open up a LISA quickly before the government goes and changes the law, because they've already changed the law on people that are landlords, you know, and making it difficult for them. Please go and open up a LISA. Even if you just put £1 in it, just open up a LISA so you have that options. Life is about having options. It's so important to give yourself options in life. So that's my finances. So like I said, I'm going to be pivoting. and talking more about my travel business and also more about investing. They're the two areas I'm going to like really hone in on. And there will be flavors of planning and flavors of being organized and flavors of, my journey and things like that. You'll get those flavors, but I'll be niching down more into that right now. So that's my finances. And with the business, I did a review and I looked at everything and I realized that I need to focus more on the business. Like hobbies cost money, businesses make you money. So if you're doing something and it's not making you money, it is a hobby because you pay for a hobby, right? So I'm going to be knuckling down and just really, really concentrating my time and my energy on the business. So what that means is that I'm going to have to take a pause from certain things and pull back from certain things as well. Namely, one of them is going to be this podcast. So this is going to be the last episode for this series in this podcast for now. I'm going to be taking a pause. I'll be focusing a lot on the travel business and a lot on giving more information and sharing on how to invest, especially people that are first time investors. I've never invested in their life. If you're, especially the type of person that you have started investing, you saw your stocks go down, got really scared and took the money out. I am here for you. That's what I'm going to niche down on because I have been in that situation. I wasted 20 years because I was so scared. I don't want that for you. So I'm going to be doing that service going forward. And so follow me on Instagram, mainly TikTok. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on TikTok. So definitely follow me on TikTok and on YouTube. I will post a few shorts and things here and there, but mainly I'm going to be going hard on TikTok. It's going to be my main platform for the minute. And then once I've established and gone strong there, I'll move on to other platforms because right now I feel as if I'm spreading myself thin. I'm not happy having to make this decision, but you have to do it. I can't spread myself thin. I still got the house, still got the husband, still got my kids. I still got all of that to do as well. So that's that area in my finances and my business. So family and home update on there. My son has just finished his GCSEs. Woohoo! All the mums that have got their kids that have finished their GCSEs, congratulations to them all. I know this is the time that they're going to be celebrating before they get their results in August. So I might do a little post actually on YouTube and TikTok. So follow me there as my son gets his results. So I'm really happy about that. So he's got his induction day, like meet and greet day for his sixth form coming up. So really happy he got into the sixth form that he wanted. My middle son, my bane of my life for him was to get him to sort out his work experience. I don't know, parents, I think if anyone that's got kids in year 11 right now here in the UK, we do something called work experience where kids do and have like a week, 2 weeks experience in what it is to work. Took me so long to get my son to sort out his work experience. So we finally sorted that out and he's finished his work experience. So really happy with that. Then my last son, the thing I had for him was for him to learn how to swim. As a kid, he didn't get swimming lessons because we weren't in a position to be able to do that. So he started his formal official swimming lessons in year 6. And I realized that that weren't sufficient enough for him. And plus we were going on holiday to Marrakesh last year and we were going to be in the pool, we were going to be in the water. So I thought, you know what, get him extra swimming lessons. So we've been doing that and he's completed all of those swimming lessons now. So he's now able to swim. He just wanted to do the basics. So we've done that. So that was the plan and vision for him. My husband and I, we celebrated 18 years anniversary this year. So, we went away to a spa hotel, spent some time together, which was great. We looked at our investments as well as a couple, looking at life insurance, all of those sorts of things as well. We talked about that sort of things my husband get up to when we're in a hotel alone. That's the sort of stuff we get up to. So that was good. So, and then next going forward, we've got a family trip that we're going to plan and do together. And then I'm looking to get away with my sisters, hopefully, to go to another spa. So that's some of the things planned for the home and family. And then we've got like a whole, so we just had a loft conversion and we've got like work to do, get rid of all the junk, sell the junk. There's a lot of that needs to be done in the home. If you're interested in seeing all of that, let me know. I will post it on TikTok. So just comment if you're interested in seeing all of that. And there's also, I need to redecorate the sitting room, redecorate the kitchen. I've redecorated our porch because you know what happens when you do one area in the house, especially if you have had a loft conversion, you paint the whole house, you've got a new hallway, a new room. The rest of the house will be looking a bit drab compared to the new area. So you're going to have to make sure everything rhymes, everything matches. So repainted the whole hallway, carpeted the whole stairs from top to the beginning, did the porch, and next is the living room and the kitchen. So that's the house. So moving on to health and lifestyle. I have been walking every day, which is great. And I have been continuously drinking water. My water's over there, actually. I don't want to stretch and get it, but you know me with the water. You need to be drinking our 2 liters a day, so important. And then I've been running twice a week. So if you are following me on TikTok, I keep on saying this, right? Subliminal, go and follow me on TikTok or Instagram. I have been running. So I've been running twice a week. So that's still ongoing. So I'm happy there. And in leisure and fun, I have been going out for dinners with my friends, and I have been catching up with them for lunch. I've got like several lunch dates for July already booked and planned and ready. And yeah, so that's it. That's the main thing. And also, one thing I want to quickly shout out, which I completely forgot because I was just going off head instead of looking at my notes. If you live in the UK, the government has reduced the tax on activities and meals for kids. It's from the 25th of June to the 1st of September 2006. So this podcast is going out on the 30th. So as soon as you hear this, go and book whatever cinema tickets, theme attraction. There is going to be 15% off VAT. That is happening. That is real. So you want to take full advantage of that. And you know me, being a travel agent, I am also going to be getting commission on that. I will be making sure I am booking as a travel agent to take advantage of the fact that I'm getting commission and advantage of the fact that the VAT is being reduced to 5%. Yeah, so just to do a quick recap, your mid-year review, I've gone through mine. Please go through yours. The areas are your work, spiritual, personal life, contributions, church or faith in your community, your business, your finance, home, family, your lifestyle, your health, and also making sure you get leisure and fun in those other areas. Review the vision that you set for yourself in those areas. Have you met them? Have you not met them? Do you need to reduce them? Do you need to expand them? Think about that. And also life requirements. My life requirements I set for myself was the fact that I was not going to be buying another course. And I was not going to be buying another course that teaches me how to do a business in order to make money online. Those days are over for me. So I have been true to that. The only course I have bought is AI course to learn how to use agents. And that weren't a course to help you make money online. It was just a course teaching you how to build and create agents, which has been amazing, a really good course. So what were your life requirements? What visions did you set for yourself? And what reflections have you done? Let's do some reflections. What are you going to continue doing? What are you going to stop doing? And what are you going to start doing? That is basically it when it comes to doing reflections and checking in. Research backs this up. Yeah, let me get into my notes. So the research says, and this is research that has been done by the psychologist there, Benjamin Harkin, found that they pulled together like 138 studies, separate studies, and asked 20,000 people. That's a lot of people, yeah? One question, does monitoring your progress actually help you reach your goals? And the answer was a clear, outstanding yes. And they found that prompting people to monitor their progress work towards increasing their goals and the likelihoods that they would achieve it. And they also found that the people that had like accountability groups or like said their goals out loud or mentioned it or documented it were more likely to even complete and do their goals. So do check in on yourself. There is research backing this. And this fits in with the whole framework that I talk about using agile and using my faith in order to get things done. This is exactly what agile is about. Every 2 weeks, we do a retro. What is a retro? It's a review, checking in what has worked, what's not worked, what can we do better? That is a review. That is a retro. That is an agile principle. And that is a principle that have led me to get to where I am right now as well in life, coupled with my faith in Christ Jesus. So quick plug of the travel business that I am doing. Having your own business is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself because you decide your own earning potential rather than working for someone. You decide on your own terms. It gives you that freedom, it gives you that choice, and it gives you that stability as well. And if you love traveling, you book your own holidays. You're the person that is running around organizing and doing things. This business is so for you. Imagine you're booking your own holidays and you can earn the commission back on your own holidays. You can earn commission back on the holidays that you book for other people. And if you find that you've got people that like to book their own holidays as well, you've got a crew of friends that do that. By you sharing this opportunity with them, you get rewarded, which is a great and amazing thing. It's an opportunity to build community as well and share this amazing opportunity with people that actually need it. So, you're not going around pushing or pressurizing people. You're actually finding people that generally this product could help. And who doesn't love to travel. I don't know anyone that doesn't love to travel. And even if you don't love traveling, you love concerts, this package, this business that I'm in, you can book concerts, you can book activities. In fact, the camel riding activity that we did in Morocco, if you look at my TikTok account, I booked that through being a travel agent. So it's not just about booking flights or booking hotels. You can actually book activities, hot air balloons, camel rides, sporting events, so many different things, even concerts. In fact, I've got a lot of people asking me to buy tickets for Cat's Eye. It was yesterday that I found out what Cat's Eye is because I don't have any teenage girls. So I do not know what Cat's Eye is. But, you can book those tickets for yourself because those tickets are really expensive, £1,000. I was like, what? £300 for a ticket? You can book those tickets yourself and get the commission back. Okay, so your action point for today is to take 5 minutes to just review all your visions and your priorities, to review all the visions that you set for yourself in each of those areas and just simply check, is it on track? Am I slipping? Or is it stalled? That's all you're going to do. Just go through it. And that's all you're going to do for today. And the benefit of doing that is because it brings your attention to it. This is July. We are halfway through the year. You don't want to get to like November and be like, oh my goodness, it's going to bring your attention to it if you do all of that. So the things that are behind, you can know like, oh, okay, I want to do this, because immediately in your mind, you're going to start thinking, okay, do this, do that. And the things that are ahead, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's great. I don't need to worry about that anymore. I don't need to do anything about that anymore. And the things that are stalled, you can review and be like, do I still really want to be doing that? Is that really helping me? So that is like your mid-year review. It doesn't have to take long. It can just take 10 minutes or 5. It really doesn't have to take long. So if this episode today stirred you, I have some resources in the description box. I've put together a faith-led budget guide, which you can use to help you get your budgets together. Do start following me head over to TikTok or Instagram and follow me. I'll be posting a lot more there. Like I said, I did my review and decided I want to focus more on the travel business right now. So doing a podcast is taking energy away from that right now. So that's what I said I'll be doing. So thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate your time and your support and all the streams. I was looking at the data and I was just blown away. In fact, it kind of really touched me because I've got like over 130 streams in a month. That was just so amazing, so touching to me. I've got people listening to me from all over the world. Which is just so like, oh my gosh, a blessing. I've got people listening to me in Vietnam. I'm like, hi, hello, people listening to me in Vietnam. Lots of people listening to me in the United States of America. So hi, United States of America, lots of UK people. So, I really am thankful for your support. So it was a really hard decision to say I'm going to take a pause, but I will be posting on TikTok and on Instagram, and I will be doing little shorts and things here on YouTube. So do continue to follow. And, I just got to use my time effectively right now. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening to the end. Please do subscribe. You can go back and listen to my other podcast series. They're still going to be there. They are not going anywhere. They're going to be there for you to go back and enjoy. Comment below. How has this year been for you so far? Also subscribe if you've not subscribed up until now. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Remember, you are anxious for nothing, and when you win, everybody's going to win.